Alright guys, welcome to Them Fast and welcome to another review of the Kia Niro EV, one of the most popular cars of this moment. So let's start off with the outside of the car. As you can hear, there are all kind of sounds coming from the engine. That's because the air conditioning is actually on. So let's start off with the outside of the car. So as you can see, this is the new version of the Kia Niro with a totally updated design. And right now we actually have the charging port in the front of the car. So as you can see, we have a combined CCS plug with a Type 2 charge as well. So you can charge at home and you can charge at a fast charger. And here you can also see some indicators about how it's charging. And you can actually also here put in the command to stop charging. Alright, so the Kia Niro actually fools you quite a bit, because at first I thought these were the daytime running lights, as you can see with a lot of cars, but these are actually not functional, and these are the true lights of the car. So these are integrated LED matrix lights with integrated LED for the daytime running lights as well. They are pretty futuristic. Then on the side of the car we find the alloys, and these are actual alloy wheels, but they are quite aerodynamic, as you can see. This is also to reduce the consumption and to increase the range of this electric car. And this car is provided to us by Kia Niro. So if you would like to drive one of these cars, then go to Niro in the Netherlands to check out this beautiful car. And if we check the side profile of the car, we can see that this is actually a crossover, one of the most popular body styles at the moment. And we have some nice design elements right here. And on the rear of the car, yeah, we have a sort of diffuser-like-ish. I mean, it's more of an optic thing. It's not really a diffuser, but I think it looks cool. So right here we have a rear view camera, and we have an electric tailgate, as you can see. And also we have the button here to put it back down. Alright, so right here we have the trunk space of the car with some very nice Kia branded charging cables. And let's check out if there's any room underneath this false floor. I think it's a false floor. So, oh, there's actually quite a lot of room here, more than I would think. So yeah, we have the tire repair kit with a compressor and some foam. We don't have a full spare tire. This is a lock wheel nuts thing, and right here we have a nice Kia bag with some high visibility jackets, and I think some first aid safety stuff. But I have to say, the room here is actually pretty good, especially for an electric car, because most of the time the trunk is somewhat full with batteries, but not in this one. Now it's closed again. So let's check out the interior. So right now we are in the interior of the Kia Niro EV, and as you can see we have some nice virtual cockpit right here, and I think you can change it. Mode, drive mode. So it switches with the drive mode. So you can put it into eco, into normal, or into sport, and then you have these fancy dials. Alright, so in terms of the seating position, it's actually quite a comfortable car. It is manual, so we don't have the electric seat controls. So you have to manually adjust it but that's no problem. Of course, we have power windows in the front as well in the rear. And here we have a nice panoramic sunroof, which is actually able to fully open, as you can see right here, which is always a nice thing to have in your car. Just makes it more roomy and more luxurious. And right here we have the renowned Kia interface, which is just pretty extensive with navigation, and we also have Apple CarPlay in it, but we have not connected it right now. And this is actually pretty funny because these row of switches is able to change depending on the mode it's in. Right now it's in the climate control mode, but if you press this button, all these buttons change into the navigation buttons. Right here we have a normal USB, we have a USB Type-C, and we also have a 12-volt inlet, which is also nice to have. Right here at the center console, we have a very big shifter button with all the controls for driving. And here we have a somewhat small storage compartment, but right here it's actually pretty large, and you can put in quite a lot of stuff. And here you can put some drinks in as well. And now let's check out the rear of the interior. So right now I'm in the rear of the Kia Niro EV, and as you can see, there's actually quite a lot of leg space in this car, because this is in my normal driving position, and as you can see I have plenty of space. So in the rear of this car it's pretty roomy. We have a nice armrest with 2 cup holders here. And the quality of the interiors it's pretty okay. There has been used a lot of hard plastics, but it's not too bad, I have to say. Right here you also have 2 USB Type-C chargers for the people in the back, and you have got your own air vents right here. And I have to say, the seating of this car is also pretty nice, with some perforated, yeah, I'd say leather, but I don't know if it's real leather. But all in all, this car is pretty comfortable for the people in the rear. So, and let's now check out the frunk of the Kia Niro EV. All right, so let's check out the frunk of the Kia Niro EV. And then we can tell some more about the specs of this car. So right here we have a large cover, which we can open up to find the front trunk of the car. And as you can see, it's actually quite small. I guess you could fit your charging cables and a smaller backpack right here. And here you also have access to the 12-volt battery. But that's really all that you have to get right here. And let's now check the specs of this car, because right here I have it. It's the Niro EV with the dynamic plus line, with a 64.8 kWh battery pack. So we have a 150 kilowatt motor, which is in the front of the vehicle. So it's a front wheel driven car. It does 0 to 100 in 7.8 seconds and a top speed of 167 kilometers an hour, which is not very fast, but it gets the job done. The acceleration is actually pretty good. Let's now also check the range of this car, because this car actually does 460 kilometers according to WLTP, and of course that is a bit on the positive side, but let's say this car does 400 kilometers in real life. And I have to say, for a 64 kilowatt hour battery, that's actually pretty impressive. But let's now just take this car for a drive to see what it's like to drive in real life. All right, the Kia Niro EV. It was a car that we wanted to drive for quite a while already. And I can easily already tell that this car is far more dynamic in comparison to Kia EV9, which we drove before. Of course, this car is quite a bit lighter and quite a bit lower to the ground as well. And I actually like that they put a sort of normal analog dials right here. I mean, everybody sees that they are not real, but there's just something magical if you have a dial that just does things like this. That's nice. So in terms of the regenerative braking, this car obviously has that function as well. And you can adjust the amount of regen with the flappy pedals in the rear of the steering wheel. So I can just, and it actually it regens pretty good. And as you can maybe not even see, but it's actually there, the comfort over bumps is pretty good, I have to say. It's not exactly the most smooth road, but the Kia Niro just smoothens it out like butter. So that's nice. And I have to say the amount of notifications that you get while driving with these new cars is actually not too bad of this car. Did you put these notifications out? Not at all. Because the Kia EV9 just makes a lot of noise with almost everything. Alright, so this is the acceleration of the Kia Niro EV. And you can really feel that this car, it does have the power, but it does not have the low torque that you find on some cars. So it doesn't just shoot away, it just builds gradually when you accelerate with this car. But it's quite enjoyable, I have to say. And you can feel that it's a front wheel driven car as well. Hey, we get a notification. That's the first. I'm happy though that it doesn't give too many notifications. And in the corners, it feels a bit more dynamic than the EV9, as expected, of course. But it's a nice, comfortable and somewhat more sporty vehicle to drive in. So with that being said, thanks guys for watching to this video. And if you have any questions left regarding this Kia EV Niro, then please let us know in the comments and we will come back to you. And for now, thanks for watching and see you guys in the next one. Ciao!